Death Watch.
Welcome back. I am Brandon. I'll be the game master. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, and we're beginning season 4. So we'll just go over a little bit of the end of season 3, just as a recap. And it basically ended with everyone going through a portal to escape the danger that they were in separately, and finding themselves in midair, falling to the ground below. So, let's see. We had Casimir in a battle versus elementals, air elementals, in a dwarven forge that were keeping everything from working, basically. And when he was successful in that, he found himself united with Fenrith, who had been battling water elementals, who were stopping a massive flow of magma from reaching the Dwarven Forge. So they found themselves together, and they found themselves in front of a Dwarven pedestal that required a specific combination of movements that moved force fields around. And finally, they found the right combination to allow that magma to flow into the chamber. And at that point, it seemed as though they were trapped, and then an old man opened a portal for them, an old man that they recognized from descriptions that Graham had given them. So they went through it and found themselves falling to earth. And Graham and Rohan faced a similar situation where they'd been in a battle, and there was a loud explosion, and Graham was beset by intermittent visions of, seeing through the eyes of somebody else. And Rohan found himself on what he believes to be the elemental plane of air. And they both escaped through portals, once again opened by this kindly old man, and found themselves falling to earth. And to make matters worse, blue dragons were approaching, intent on attacking them, because what else would blue dragons do? And at the last moment, their rocs swooped in and engaged the dragons, and held them off long enough that they could swoop down and rescue our heroes, catch them on their backs. So that's where the last season ended, and that's where this season will begin. So you're right now all on your individual rocs, and there are 3 blue dragons nearby, and I've shared the map with you. And so we'll go ahead and get initiative right now. Now, let me put... Okay, yeah, we've got the elevation numbers on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll do is let's see. So we had Graham with a 20. So we'll change your rocs to that. We'll just have the 1 initiative for you and your roc, and then 19 for Fenrith. All right, so now we've got initiative, and so Graham, it looks like you're up first. Now, some of you guys were wounded at the end of last session, some worse than others, so you've still got your wounds there in the tracker. But Graham, it's your turn. Jair had swooped down and rescued you, and so you find yourself astride Jair, who is about 50 feet above and 20 feet off to the side from a blue dragon. Now, you don't know much about dragons, but this one is smaller than your roc.
Okay. Well, I'll just guide Jair to flyby attack him, take a swipe at him, test out this dragon's defensives. I'll use our hero craft ability to give him that attack bonus.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make that roll. All right, so you've succeeded there. So you can add a +4.
And I will have Jair use power attack.
All right. So right now, you're like a little above and behind this blue dragon.
Yeah, so I just want to go down to the level where I can reach the blue dragon, fly by, and with my free action at the end of the turn, do the wing over. So I'm turned back around.
All right. So are you able to control that token?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I need? 20 feet.
All right.
So let me get you his attack roll.
And is it have it targeted? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's a hit.
How much did you minus from your power attack?
I think it was -4.
All right. Yeah. So you will gyre by and swoop down and attack with talons.
Yep.
Yeah. So his, her talons rake along its back, and it lets out a cry of anger. But you can see some blood seeping through between the scales there. Anything else for you?
No, that's it for him.
All right. And then what about you?
I think I spent my action doing the hero craft, right? Was that the rules we came up with?
All right. So let me put this here. We'll move it down. And now we're on to Fenaro. That's Fenrith's rock. Now, Fenrith, let's give you a little refresher here. So when you had walked through the portal and began falling, you also just suddenly had a vision overtake you. And so you watched as Coralon, your deity, and you had seen before in earlier visions this massive deity in space towering above the world. And at that time, he had chains in his hands that he'd wrapped around the world, and he was pulling with all of his might. And it was causing there to be two worlds sort of, struggling to come back together, but he was keeping that from happening. And so you stepped through the portal and you saw this again, and you watch as he let go of the chain. And so the two versions of the world snapped together and became one again. And he had a satisfied expression on his face, but he didn't see a dark form rising up behind him. And you watched as this dark form stabbed him in the back with a dagger, and the blade burst through his chest. And right then, you were snapped out of your vision, find yourself falling again, but you felt a vast emptiness inside you. There was a place, inside you where you'd always felt that connection to Coralon, and now it's empty. And so you were falling, but your bird managed to catch you. So it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Was there a direction that the bird was going?
Yeah.
Or did it?
It's pointed on there.
Yeah, there's arrow.
Okay.
You zoom in small, or it's pretty small.
No. All right, I see it. Yeah, and it's not every day that you see your god die. 'Cause that has to take a pretty heavy toll on you. So, and I'm just gonna let the bird fly.
All right. Well, I'll let you do the control and the movement on there, and say without any direct input from you, she's going to wheel around and try to help her companions.
So the movement is I've got to go. Do I go 5 feet before I turn? Was that correct?
Was it? It's 5 feet for every. Yeah. What is it? You can also wing
Over. You
Yeah.
can turn in place to a sufficient degree too. I think it's
up to 180 on a wing over.
But if you don't have wing over, you can do a 45-degree angle turn for every 5 feet of your movement you spend in place.
Yeah. So, to turn so that you're going towards like that nearest one to you that's over by Rohan, that would be 10 feet of movement. And then you have the rest of your movement to go that direction.
Okay. Did you already change the direction?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. How much movement would I only use 10 to do that?
Yeah, that would be 10 to turn to
And
that
there
direction.
was 60 for the fly speed.
80 for your rocks, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
As I'm trying to pull it
speed.
up here.
80-foot average, yeah.
Yeah, 80.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't fix that, but you guys actually have good maneuverability. Is that what I said? I didn't say that last time, did I?
No,
Oh,
because
right,
we were
right.
still
That's
having
right.
to worry about our.
That's right. Yeah. So average. That's right. Okay. But yeah, 80 feet. And so, yeah, you could move to there.
So we
But
do
you
have good?
no average. But you also, yeah, there you go. All right. So she banks around and comes moving in this direction. And she's like even with that blue dragon there. And you're not going to do anything else yourself?
No, as figure I'd be feeling a little bit lost right now.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. You know, you're basically on autopilot, you strapped yourself in, and you're just sort of staring off. You know, this is a pretty traumatic experience. So, all right, so that one. All right, wait a minute. Whose is Riven? Is that you, Casimir?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Casimir, that one that's there. You can see it flex its wings powerfully, and it shoots off in that direction. And let's see, where is it? Yeah, so it comes over this way towards Graham, and it will breathe lightning at you, Graham, or at Jair more specifically. That's not how it's supposed to go. Hang on a second. Why it's not working here? Oh, no. Okay.
That's a pretty low roll for a dragon.
Also, it doesn't need to roll for its breath.
Yeah, it's all right. So then this lightning shoots out at you, and you roll. So you're successful. Jair's successful on her reflex save. So she'll take 32 damage. And then let me see when he can recharge.
16 was the half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
She did
do
it
it.
automatically, yeah.
All right. Now, Rohan, that brings us to you and Tempest.
Okay. So I'm a bit over 100 feet above this thing. I'm going to try and keep that padding. I'm going to have Tempest kind of circle around, banking so that I can fire my bow at the dragon
Gotcha. Okay.
at one range increment. So
Darn Rangers. People with ranged attacks in general.
you have one.
To throw. It's the only honorable way to do a ranged attack.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack roll.
All right. So
Yes, the backstabbing elf is concerned about honorable attacks.
Yeah. It really is some till you see the whites of their eyes stuff, though, because what? At most, you got 50 feet on arrow.
Yeah. And that would be that's a 5th range increment, so at minus 10.
All right. So you fire off, a total of 4 arrows.
Yep.
The first one hits, then the second goes wide, and the third hits, and the fourth goes wide again.
Okay. And you said no no magic right now, so it's just the base damage.
No, it's not quite that simple. So just roll your attack. It's like some of it's working and some of it's
Well,
not.
it's lightning, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's going to be immune to that. So just roll damage, and I'll tell you if you need to change anything.
That's 1. That's 2.
Well, I guess I got my magic missiles.
All right, yeah. So a couple of these arrows do hit that, but you're not able to tell if it did any damage or not.
Okay.
I mean, enough to know they're going to be immune to the electricity,
Yeah.
but at the distance, you can't tell if it stuck in or what. You don't know. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn. Where's the turn complete? Turn complete.
all right,
I can't do it for Tempest.
yeah, it's okay. I'll take care of it. All right, so this one.
can I cast haste on birds? I think it's
That'd be
personal. No, close. I could.
That's an extra 20 feet.
Not a double base movement, but that
Maybe
would
it
be
does.
boots.
That'd be even better.
Yeah, it increases it by 30 feet. So
Yeah, so this one swoops over here basically in a straight line. It doesn't change its elevation, but it comes around and will breathe lightning at Finaro there from about 100 feet away. Oh, let's see. I accidentally had Tempest targeted as well, so hang on here.
Looks like I had Jair.
Yeah, Finaro targeted. All right, so then we'll do that all over again. Let's see. All right, so breathes lightning at you. Your Finaro is successful. I mean, you have like a vague understanding that lightning just struck your bird, but it looks like it did. You did. She didn't take the full effect of it, but still some damage there. And let's see, this other one here has already taken a good amount of damage, and it's facing Gyre, so it's going to breathe lightning at Gyre, but it's going to move away. Yeah, to about right there. And then it will use its breath weapon on Gyre, so Gyre succeeds on that reflex save again, but we'll still take some electricity damage, 22, and that'll bring us to you, Casimir.
All right, I will use my hero craft to give Riven a bonus. Are we doing to saves too, like reflex, or is it just the defense?
Yeah, saves, defense and saves or attack.
Okay, so I'll go with saves. And then Riven will double move.
Well, let's not forget that we have hero points in this game. You guys might not remember that.
No, I remember
but
it.
It's true.
I remember that I have 2, and I need them.
Okay, so you're going to move.
Yeah, she'll move in a straight line. Well, I guess we could probably have her go up a couple elevations too. Move to there.
So what are we doing here? A double move?
Yeah, and then the last 40 will be in going up. So it'd be 35 feet up minus the 5. And that's my turn.
So we'll be 475 then. Still a little below, about 100 feet below this blue dragon there.
Yeah.
Okay. And that back to you, Graham. So you've taken two lightning breath weapons from these dragons, but you're still in great shape. Gyre's still in great shape. So what would you like to do? You've got a couple nearby.
Teach it evasion.
Have evasion. Yeah, I think with my particular facing, though, I'm going to angle for the one that Riven will get a line attack up for these dragons. Because, or no, it's 100 feet away. Dang it. Yeah, so I'll just start moving towards that one.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm facing this way. Yeah, we'll get past Riven a little bit and then do a wing over at the end of it. And I'll use my hero craft to convey some defensive flight patterns on Gyre.
Okay.
How much I actually went up? I forgot. It's half speed.
Oh, okay. All right. Anything else, Graham?
No, that's it for me.
Yeah, so you made your roll, so go ahead and add that bonus. And then that brings us to Fenaro. So Fenrith, Fenaro took a hit from a lightning bolt, but doesn't seem any worse for the wear. But now it's your move. So you can see 2 of them on pretty close to the same elevation as you, off to the west.
All right. It's going to move. As up movement is half speed, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So double move, and it will go 80 feet. So it'll go up 80 feet and forward 80 feet. So just a double move climbing up.
Up 40, forward 80.
Yeah, up 40, forward 80.
Is that?
It's double to go to climb.
Yeah. To go up, it costs double. And your movement is 80. So if you first move, if you want to go up, you could go 40.
It would move me 40 feet. Yeah. So then I would move again, do a double move.
Which would move you forward.
So that I can
80.
get up 80.
Oh, you're...
Well, you have to move forward to go up. So with your first movement, if you wanted to go up, you would take your whole movement to go 40 feet up.
Well, if we thought of like diagonal movement, then what you lose like 25% of your speed if you're using all of it to go.
Yeah, so it'd be about... Cause
that was the problem we were running into, though. I don't think we fully resolved.
Yeah, I was thinking of it just like that, more of the diagonal movement. But you're saying, so I go straight up 80 and then straight up 40 and then
You can't go
forward.
straight up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't go straight
We
up.
go up diagonally.
It's weird. So it's just, yeah. So what would that be? To go,
Well, I think by the rules, you lose 5 to start,
Yeah.
right? Because you have to fly for a little bit, and then you start climbing. And at the maximum angle, it could be 90 degrees.
except not for you guys because it's 60.
I thought it was 90 for our up. I know the
90 would be straight up.
Yeah, your maximum up angle
60,
is
right,
60.
yep.
So anyway,
And 60 would be
It's-
up to
well, it might
for
be
every one forward.
yeah. So you'd be losing 70 or 66% of your movement to double move, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But I think the easiest way to do it, it might not be exactly right, is figure out how much he wants to move, like as we look at it, like that way, and give him that at X amount of speed, and then charge him double for however long he wants to go up. So if he wants to move 40 feet this way and 80 feet up, then that would require a total of 200 feet of movement, right?
Mhm.
Which you wouldn't have.
Mhm.
But if he wanted to move 40 up and 20 to his left,
yeah.
then that would be 120 movement. I mean, that I know it's not exactly probably how we're doing it. We just have no way to visualize
Elevation change.
the elevation change and to easily track the cost at 2 moves at double move and 1 at regular. So maybe parsing it up that way might be the quickest solution. I don't know.
Right. Well,
Yeah, so I'll just, however much my full speed is, I want to gain elevation. That's basically it.
you can move up at half speed
Okay.
with your
Then I'll do
maneuverability. And then you have to move over because you can't go straight up. And so what was it? What did you say, Justin? Every
It's 2 up for every 1 forward.
2 up is 1
At-
forward.
At
Yeah.
60, yeah.
So if you move here, and then where's that button? You get to 510. And then you want to get even higher than that?
Yeah, however high I can actually get with a full movement phases.
Yeah, so you would go one. So if you're going up, you've got half your speed to work with, so 40.
All right, then I'll go up 40.
But you can't be, the whole move can't be up. You've got to go, you could go up 30 because you've got to go over 10.
I really think we should just have it. Half your speed is forward, half your speed is up. It's not quite that accurate, but
All right, anything else?
it's quicker math.
No, that should be it.
All right, so this dragon then. Let's see, can he? All right, so you're 100 feet below him, but Jair is 80 feet below, so it'll go.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Oh, I was just looking at the down. I thought it was any for all the flights, but poor and clumsy kind of get screwed.
Oh, they have to pick an angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one will move over in this direction, closer to its companions, and this one, as it moves in a northern direction, swing its head over and breathe lightning again at Riven.
All right.
Oh,
Plus,
sorry.
well,
Never mind.
okay.
That's not what I meant. Never mind. So I was reading its thing wrong. Yeah, that'll be that one's turn. Then Rohan, your turn.
Okay, so similar to last time, my bird will double move, maintaining elevation. I'm going to try and get into kind of what I would see as a pursuit angle for this one that's at the same height as me. That's at the 580 feet.
Okay.
So it looks like he's kind of angling upward, up to the north. So yeah, I'll be circling around. But at the same time, I'll fire down at this one that's close to me as we're banking around.
Okay.
So 1 range increment and fire.
All right. So your first and last miss, but the second and third attacks do hit.
Okay.
At least you see them make impact. So go ahead and roll damage on those. Did you?
Yeah.
Which one did you have targeted?
I had Young Adult Dragon 2.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you do see a couple of your arrows make impact. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
All right. Okay. So let's have everyone do. Well, I'll do it. All right. So, just in the course of this battle, Rohan and Graham, you notice that off to the west, what you had seen when this all started was, volcanic eruptions. Well, plumes, jets of lava streaking into the sky. But if you remember, there was a massive mesa at the limits of your vision to the west, takes up the whole horizon. And there you had seen dragons taking to the sky. And at the distance, it was difficult to tell, but you did see some red ones. And obviously, you got blue ones attacking you. These blue ones came from a closer, some stone spire that is, sticking way up in the sky. And it had all these like holes in it, but from the distance, you couldn't tell what size they were until you noticed, large dragons are coming out of them. So they're big enough for that. But off to the west, you saw all the dragons circling around and the lava shooting into the sky. And you had seen some red ones. But now, in the course of this battle, as you look off that direction, you see two things. The first thing you see way over there is that those dragons around that mesa are actually fighting each other. The distance is too great. None of you rolled high enough to be able to determine who's fighting who, whether it's, color versus color or what. You can't tell that, but you can see that dragons are fighting each other over there. Some of them are locked in like wrestling, they're, fighting melee up in the air over there. The second thing that you both see is that from the west, but much closer from that spire that these three came from, another dragon is approaching. And this one is also blue, but it's clearly of a size, if not larger, than your rocs. So you can see that coming from way off to the west. And that brings us to this dragon here. And so it will swing about towards Tempest there. And let me do some quick math. So you can see it turn towards Tempest and push towards Tempest and gain some elevation as it goes. It will still be significantly below you as it passes underneath, but it will still breathe lightning at the underbelly of Tempest there. So Tempest is successful at the reflex save, but will still take some electricity damage. 19. Then let me see when we can do it again. Okay. So that is that one's turn. And then this number 2. Get rid of that. Still can't. But that one is significantly below you as well. That one's going to wheel around and shoot off this way and end its turn way over here. And now, Casimir, it's your turn.
All right, let's see if we can get that bonus. That's deciphered. Where is it? There it is. Close. Oh, well. And then I will... Where'd my arrow go? There it is. I will spend 5 to turn that way. And then I will spend the remaining, 155 on going up and over. So have it.
So 75.
Yeah, okay. In this direction.
Okay.
So was it 75 you said?
Yeah.
Forward movement?
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know how we're going to do that. I'll just put it there, I guess. We can minus the last 5 and say he turns back.
All right.
And that's my turn.
And what elevation did you go up? How much?
It should have been about whatever.
You had 155 movement?
Yeah, so I was going to go basically.
So it's like 65 is the difference?
Between 70.
Oh, it was 70 what he moved to the side. So I was thinking 60%.
Well, no, I spent 5 to turn, 45 degrees in place, and then it was going to be up.
Right, as
Double
maximum you could go.
Yeah, double move.
Yeah.
At an angle, so.
Well, if your total movement was 155 and Justin said 60% of that.
Well, we got to have it because we're going up.
Right. So you're starting at 75?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm making the same move, so I will go according to my math, I'll go 35 up and 20 forward.
Okay. So, what was it? I moved 75, so I'd actually only have moved about 50-ish? Damn it. Stupid.
Yeah, I think because my plan was to climb so I can charge down at these guys.
Yeah.
And then do it again. Because if I stay at their elevation, they'll just constantly outmaneuver me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But not you.
Well,
Yeah, so you got up to 525 feet as your elevation from that?
Yeah, it should have been 35 up from wherever he was.
Oh, I got you.
And then 20, whichever direction he was flying.
yeah. Forward, so I'd have to like move 50 something back.
Can you run while flying? Because you have a run, don't you, as a...
No, you
If you
can
go straight?
charge if you're going down.
Okay.
So you'd be here
But
and 485 feet. Well, actually here.
I believe technically because we're using double movement on like ups, that it would be kind of rough terrain or
Oh, right.
for purposes
Yeah.
of running.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I can't remember where I've seen any of that stuff.
All right. Anything else for you? That it?
Yeah.
All right, Graham, back to you.
So yeah, I'm doing a similar sort of move. Turn my facing. Actually, no, I'll just worry about climbing. But I will go 35 feet change in elevation and 20 in the direction I was going.
Right there.
Yeah, do I need to re-roll the defense one, or is it just when we switch it, or...
Yeah, it's by turn.
Okay. And I'll make sure I got that going.
All right. Got that one.
That ends it for me.
All right. And then to Fenaro and Fenrith.
So I'm going to do the same thing, go 35 up and 20 forward in the same direction as I was before.
I think if you don't change direction, you might be able to go 25 forward because you have to start with the 5 minimum, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Chris actually would have been 15 forward.
I turned. I did a 45-degree
Right.
turn, and then climbing's another 5, right?
Oh, you did it in movement. I gotcha. Okay.
All right.
And that's it for mine.
Okay.
Let's see what the old internet has to say about running.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing any extra for turning, then you should be able to go 50 up and 50 forward in a round.
Well, our moves
Because
halved to 80. If we double move, we got 80 movement to work with, right?
if you're double moving altogether, it's 160 feet, right?
Well, I think as soon
And
as you take that climb angle, you're working with
Half.
Yeah.
half.
You can only move
If-
up at half.
It doesn't
speed.
matter that you're not kind of going like this. You're going,
I know,
Like
but
that.
you can move up at half, but you move forward at the same.
Yeah, but
normal
it's all
rate,
part of an upward move action.
right? I
Right.
know.
Oh,
Then
so
you'd have 150, roughly 150 feet left, right? And 2/3 of that will be spent going up. So 100 feet of that will be spent on going up in elevation, and 1/3 of it would be moving forward.
Hmm.
So you got 50 feet moving forward, and then 100 feet up, which is cut in half, which would be 50.
I don't know. We'll have to determine it. Let's see
'Cause-
what Brandon's judgment on it is, because I think,
Because I
The-
thought it was just the up movement that is twice as expensive.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if we fully,
But we spend our initial 5 to enter an
Yeah.
upward movement phase, right? And so that
Yeah.
would lock us into...
it's kind of like you're in a ascent movement mode, right? And so my thought was that every subsequent move you spend is double move because you're going
Yeah.
up in this way at the same time.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
can't because you can't go straight up. You have to
Yeah.
be going forward too.
But that's all part of an upward movement. So, like, I guess technically what you could do is you could spend 5 and, like, cut off, right? So you go, like, you're up a little bit. Then you
And
could
then
go
start,
straight.
yeah.
Then you'd spend 5 again and go back up. But as long as you use that 5 and you're moving at that 45 or 60-degree angle, depending on your movement speed, you're spending half or double your movement points. Just like the second we start angling down, everything's doubled.
So we'll be able to do on like a charge if we get it lined up right. We can do 320
Yeah.
feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would be 160 on a charge. You could double move
Right,
However-
double move, but double speed, right?
Yeah, so it'd be 160 times 2.
So
Right.
yeah, 20 feet on a
Well, that's what
downward angle charge.
that's what I'm operating under
Mhm.
Yeah.
is with this type of movement. I mean, it'd be nice if somebody were listening just told us how dumb we were and the correct way to do it.
All right, so a creature that flies can make dive attacks. A dive works just like a charge, but the diving creature must have a minimum of 30 feet and descend at least 10. Can only make claw or talon attacks. But these, is this an actual? That's the problem with all these.
The SRDs.
Yeah, it's D&D Wiki 3.5, but I don't know if they have a lot of homebrew stuff. But it does say in our favor, so I'm going to assume it's official, that a creature can use the run action while flying, provided it flies in a straight line. Which,
Well, I think the specific beats the general in D&D.
Yep.
So if we find something that says you can't run in terrain that costs double movement, would that rule out upward flight?
it also rule out charging. Like you can charge anywhere you can run.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of charge, Riven, this dragon will charge you. Charge Riven and attack.
All right, attack opportunity.
All right, let me check this real quick. All right, so what is Riven's space?
15 feet. Well, his reach is 15, or her reach is 15 feet.
Yeah, that's what.
20/15.
20 is how much
Yeah.
space we take up. I was kind of confused by that too. I thought it was like
Big bird.
standing flying
Right.
at first. I was like, no, it's how big I am. And then,
Well, most of the monsters early on have the same number
Mhm.
in that.
I guess technically there's no attack opportunity yet. He's still 100 feet away from me.
Well, I just haven't changed it. He's right on top. So you get your attack. I just haven't.
Okay. Is it 1 talon hit? All right. Damage. And I'll attempt to grab.
Okay.
So what is that? Grapple, right? There it is.
That's a pretty pathetic grapple, dude. Only 54.
Yeah.
Just slamming your bird. Roll higher. Riven.
It's actually kind of horrific when you think about like humans being able to resist like larger creatures if they want to grapple.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mind has to go to like anime or maybe Superman where he lifts things like
Oh, tactile telekinesis, where whatever he's touching is
like he knows how to balance it just right because he'll lift like these huge wide.
no, that's
Thing,
they
yeah.
believe it's tactile telekinesis that when he's picking something up, he's preventing it
Yeah.
from breaking apart due to that.
Right. So that's how I have to imagine it. They just know, like, if you're grappling something that big, you just know exactly how to.
Plus, he's able to exert force in
force.
odd ways because he's able to fly, which yeah.
Watch some good Jean Kundo videos.
Oh yeah.
They do a lot of that kind of grappling and throwing and stuff. And if you like, you can see little petite women like throw full-sized huge men without a problem.
What was it? I had something that was going through my damn head. Never mind.
I always watch those Aikido guys get tore apart by MMA dudes. Like a pastime. Not that I have any particular problem with Aikido, but it's the dude's like always out of shape and just living in a fantasy land.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, like trying to pick up and grapple someone in your positioning is wrong, like a much larger creature. It just breaks people. Like there was a movie, Melanie Griffith's parents were making it where they just had a bunch of lions roaming around on their property.
Yeah, I remember.
And none of the lions were trained, and they keep getting, like, people are getting attacked during the shooting of the movie and trying to act through it. But one of the scenes, her mother is picked up by an elephant, and it just snapped her femur because it picked her up wrong. It didn't care, and it was just so strong. It just lifted her up, but it was at a wrong angle, and it just snapped.
Right, it's like if you have that.
All right, so you've won the grapple there.
Okay. What is it? Yeah, I'm just gonna hold them. whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that's the state we're in right now. Rohan, your turn.
Okay. So the one I was going at turned and dropped elevation quite a bit. So I'll continue kind of circling the battlefield. We'll go about that far, and I'll target
You gonna try
that
this
one.
grapple, Travis?
I'm thinking about it.
That puts me at... Yeah, that's still within one.
Oh, you better think quick because I'm
Range
about to
increment.
fall 150 feet here
How are you?
on my turn.
Why can't you move?
Not if I'm going to full attack.
That's right, because it's the standard action for the movement option.
There we
And it's half, right?
Yeah.
So I'd have to move full 80 to get my 40 movement.
go. All right. So it looks like one hit, one critical miss, and 2 more hits. So 3 hits.
Okay.
Plus, I'd say the weight of this creature should factor in to whether or not I'm able to stay.
What category is it? Is it huge?
I don't know. It doesn't. Like, I got an attack opportunity on it, so it moved within 10 feet of me. So large.
So yeah, I continue to kind of circle as the battle rages below me and shoot arrows down into the fray.
Okay. Yeah. So you see a couple arrows make impact there, 3 of them, and then anything else for you?
No, that's it for me.
All right. So then, where's this one?
Yeah, if the SRD table is correct, then it is large. It would max out at 2 tons.
All right. So then Riven is in this grapple here, and this other dragon is going to charge in attack. But before that happens,
How much? 2 tons?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well within our light load. We could almost carry 3 of these things at once.
let me put the grappled.
Yeah, what was it? Riven would lose dex to anything outside of the grapple.
Yeah.
Well, you can standard action to do that fling.
I thought it was what is it? Was it only the mediums or the? No, we went through that last time.
Right. The only thing that the size smaller gets you is your automatic talon damage.
I thought it was a free action to just stop it, just drop, not
It's
fling.
a free action to drop, a
Yeah.
standard action to fling.
All right. Yeah. So this other blue dragon darts in on a charging attack.
All right.
This, to be more accurate, is actually here. All right, so it's a hit with its bite. Yeah, so it bites for 14 damage there, and then so that was, and then it will continue to move along, and it can get to. Never mind, that's its turn. All right, so then we have this other one that's way out here.
Just smoking a cigarette. Trying to be cool.
They've got a pretty good speed, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
he can make it back in without too much problem.
That's why I realized I would just be flying in circles if I was going to
Try and chase him.
chase it. Yeah.
Yeah. And we can't outrun them. We'll just get shot down by breath
Right.
weapons and not. But I was thinking we could try to use cloud cover or.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
So this one sort of takes an upward angle as it moves along this way and gains some elevation. And then Casimir.
All right. I will attempt to give myself give Riven a defense bonus. Here, there we go. Better give it to me this time. All right. And then Riven is going to full attack the blue dragon that's grappled.
Okay.
And I will power attack, or Riven will power attack and -4 to all of those attacks. Full attack. Oh, 2 miss. Which one hit?
All right. So you got.
Talon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. +4. Come on. And that bite's the one you really want to hit with on your power attacks, because I'll do the double, I do believe.
All right. So yeah, this talon just squeezes into it. Oh, lets out a roar. And then.
Then Riven falls 150 feet.
Yeah.
Let's read how that reflex has to go.
It's the beginning of your next turn, I think.
Well, beginning of the next turn, I'll fall. Okay.
An additional 300.
Okay.
I mean, the bonus conferred by our hero defense bonus would help you on that.
Which I never get, so.
Okay. And then Graham,
Okay.
back to you.
So my plan is to fly down
Mm.
at this blue dragon that wasn't grappling with Riven
Okay.
and attack it and snatch it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to fling it towards the other guys.
There's a potential for attack opportunity from the blue dragon that was attacking me outside the grapple when I fall, right? Because it's not like I'm disengaging.
That's true.
I
That's
haven't
true.
Finished my movement here. I'll just go down the required within reach. So I guess 15 feet. So up to 500 feet. I'll descend down to 500 feet
Hang on 1 second.
with this flyby.
Yeah, so it hits with its attack of opportunity and deals 16 damage to Riven as you fall. All right, Graham, let's talk to you. So you're doing who now? All right, so you move over here and you're going to
Do a flyby.
flyby attack? Okay.
Yeah. But I might actually be stopped there as let's just stop him by there. Sorry about that, because I forgot I was going to use the snatch feat if I hit. But let's see if my hero bonus goes into effect this time for the offensive one. It was 20 we needed.
Yeah.
So not this time. So let's see how my bird does.
All right, it's a hit.
Okay. Here's the damage part of it.
Okay.
And then I'll do that snatch feat to start the grapple.
All right.
The grapple check. Where is that? Oh, there it is.
All right, you win that.
And that will be it for my turn.
So then you are grappled, and so is he. Okay. And that's it for you. Then Fenaro, your turn. So you've got one to the north, and then the others are engaged in these grappling contests over there.
You get kind of a cool image, especially if we were all flinging them around. You know, like these birds just tearing something apart in the middle of the air, passing them off to each other.
You there, John?
Yeah, I was measuring distance. So, are you grappled with that one, Graham?
Yeah. The one I'm right next to.
Graham and Casimir are both grappled.
Okay, so I will change. I'm wondering if I should change direction. Yeah, I'll change direction. Do the we have a turn in place option, right?
There's a maximum turn you can do in place, though. It's at a 45-degree angle up to 90 degrees.
I just want to change to, I guess, going down towards you guys.
Well, I think that's just one, 45-degree turn?
Yeah, 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'll continue to climb up. So that one should be, 25 and 15? Does that sound right?
It's the same thing that Chris did that turn, so it was 20 and 35. 20
and
towards
30.
and 35 up.
Okay.
All right, so I'll move you 35 up, and then you move 20 in that direction. Okay.
All right. And that'll be it.
All right. All right, so this dragon that is grappled with Riven, it's going to breathe lightning at you.
All right.
Dude, if you don't pull out this one and you do it in the next one, that's going to be awful close. Only 35 feet above the ground. Spooky.
All right, so Riven got the save.
Do you get a reflex save if you're in the grapple with it?
Yes.
Yeah, you
It's
just
the
get
stuff outside the grapple.
Yeah.
Okay.
28 damage to Riven. We'll see when we can do this again. All right. That's its move.
35 feet, you say?
Well, if you fail, you're going to fall 300. It looks like you're 335 off the ground, so that'd be quite the... I saw those...
Roll on.
Okay. So, seeing that there's no clear shot in that direction, I will instead kind of curve this way up towards this one.
Doesn't your precise shot negate the cover from melees and like grappling and stuff like that?
I think melees, but not grapples. I don't think it covers grapples, but it's been a long time since I've looked at that. So,
Okay. So you move over there.
and I'll target that one for a round of arrows going at it First one hit, second one missed, third one missed, fourth one hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it negates all that stuff.
It does?
Yeah, it also negates anything less than total concealment, so like blur, stuff like that.
All right. Anything else, Rohan?
Nope. That'll be my turn.
All right. So then this one grappled with Gyre, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't move Gyre's elevation down. All right. That one will. All right. So he can bite. Oh, but he misses. It says bite.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We can do those ones for free in the grapple, right? I mean, without having to win the opposed one, you just have to do the attack roll.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, with certain like light weapons and natural attacks.
Yeah.
Number 2. So this one flies underneath you at a upward angle, getting a little closer. Rohan. But that one will use breath attack.
I guess I technically did it wrong. I think you got to win at a grapple check.
To fling or?
Not to deal damage.
Oh.
All right. So Tempest succeeded on the reflex save and takes 25 damage from this lightning bolt.
Okay.
And Casimir, now we're to you and Riven.
Alrighty. Alright, so while grappling, I gotta make grapple checks to attempt to damage the opponent as if with an unarmed strike. So that would be beaks and talons. But first, I'd have to make a reflex save if I wanted to prevent falling, which I'm not going to do. Let's do it. So 300 feet down, and I'm going to full attack. I'm going to make grapple checks to see if I can full attack this. Or I'm going to make 3 grapple checks here. So there's the first one. Oh, crap. -4 from that.
Can it beat that?
Can I use... I don't think I can because it has to deal damage. But the grapple check is dealing damage. Oh, that's a weird one. Let's see what the actual feat says.
All right, you did a grapple.
Yeah, I got to make a grapple check for each time I want to damage the opponent, and I got to win.
All right, so you win that grapple check.
Just a second, I got to see if I can actually minus to the grapple. Make an attack roll. So it's not an attack roll, it's a grapple roll. So no power attacking and a grapple. Is that what I'm saying?
I thought the natural weapons, you could attack your opponent. It just was at a -4 penalty.
Yeah,
-4 penalties if you're dealing if you're dealing lethal damage with your fists.
No, I mean,
it's for humans.
If you scroll up in the grappling rules, you can attack your opponent, and then there's another entry for damage your opponent.
Okay.
So the damage one you're doing, that would do non-lethal damage. But the attack is just a normal attack. You just get a -4 to it, which is already factored in because you've got the grappling on.
Okay.
And that's how you deal real damage in this case.
The limitations is you can only make such an attack with a natural weapon, light weapon, or unarmed strike.
Yeah, which all your weapons are natural weapons.
Yeah, which would also, it's one of those, the reason I thought that the lethal damage was there is because usually for humans, it's non-lethal automatically. So you're trying to make something lethal, whereas our natural weapons are always lethal.
Right. Are you trying to be non-lethal?
No.
Okay.
So that's why I wasn't minusing the 4. I don't think we need to worry about the difference between lethal and non-lethal unless we want a -4 to make something non-lethal.
Yeah.
But okay, so this is the if you're grappling and the damaging the opponent part.
Right.
If you're pinning the opponent is where I thought we would well, where the hell is it? No, okay. I'll just go with what you're saying then. So I'll just make 3 attacks. I'll worry about it later. So full attack. I'm going to -4 then. Well, here we go.
Well, you don't need to because I have the grappled on you, that effect, and it already minuses the 4.
Power attack.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
But like we were saying, technically I wouldn't have a -4 from the grapple.
You would, because to attack your opponent with an unarmed strike, natural weapon, or light weapon, you take a -4 penalty on such attacks.
There. Then what's the difference between attack and damaging the opponent?
Well, I'm not sure what the gameplay differences are, but the damage your opponent says when grappling, You can deal damage to your opponent equivalent to an unarmed strike. Make an opposed grapple check in place of an attack. If you win, you deal non-lethal damage as normal for your unarmed strike.
I think it's
Plus, and then if you want to deal lethal, you take a -4 on your grapple check. That's for the damage an opponent. That's like probably for...
Well, I think unarmed strike is a term which is not anything you're doing, even though it's talons. It's not like a weapon in your hand. It's a specific term, natural weapon.
Okay.
I think they have damage your opponent for human opponents,
Yeah.
and specifically
Okay.
monks, right?
Yeah, who don't have...
Well, the exception in this is
Right.
the way this is worded is monks whose unarmed strikes are lethal, right?
Right. Yeah. I think they were just providing clarification
Okay.
for how that would work.
Yeah.
Did I do the roll? No. Okay.
Swear to God. Gonna get those grapple rules tattooed on my body.
Mhm.
Then me. This is for defense to Riven, which I get,
All right.
and that's my turn. No, they made it stupidly complex for what they were attempting to do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, like, I could understand this if it was Shadowrun or some other game system. Same with their flight.
All right, Graham, your move, and you're in the midst of a grapple.
Yeah, so I want to just use a standard action to fling. The information I have doesn't say if I have to succeed at a grapple check to do it, but what do you want to do with that? I mean, it's kind of like leaving a grapple in reverse, or I'm making the blue dragon leave the grapple.
Didn't you? What are you trying to do?
Fling it.
Oh, yeah. Don't you just do it?
I mean, that's what's here. I was just double checking if he wants a roll or not. Because I'm not going to be able to get the damage on it because there's nothing to fling it into. It'll just be distance flung.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. Like, it'd be different. I'd say, like, if you were pinned, or but you're not. So,
Okay.
so is that in the
Snatch.
snatch?
Probably in the monster manual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
20 feet, I think, is.
1d6 times 10.
I thought I rolled it.
you can use a standard action to fling it aside.
There we go. So 50 feet. Can I choose, or are you going to determine it, or is it we're going to use grenade scatter roll?
No, just you choose.
All right. Let's see. I guess I'll just use my movement. Try to line them up. I guess we'll just throw them out that way. I forgot how to draw. Oh, there it is. Guess I could do a pointer.
Over here.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you fling him out there. There's nothing for him to hit, so he doesn't take damage, but it will stall him, so he'll have to get flying again once it's his turn. But anything else for you?
Yeah, I have to move because let me see where my facing was. Okay. So I will just fly level for 55 feet and then do a wing over at the end of it to turn around.
Okay.
Or was it 10 feet for the wing over?
10.
10. So 5 feet back the way I came, like so. And I will put the defense, if I can, on Jair, which I cannot. So that's it.
All right, and then Graham, at the end of your turn, you see a bigger blue dragon off to the west. It's gotten pretty close to you guys now, but nobody else has seen it yet. Camouflaged against the blue sky.
Well, I will start communicating if I can this round. If not, I'll plan to next round. I'll start waving my flag around.
Okay. Yeah, so nobody else has seen it yet, but you definitely hear it because it lets out a ear-splitting roar, and you can tell any of you looking at these smaller dragons that they instantly recognize it. It's got their attention. But Finaro, it's your turn.
All right, so I'll change direction again towards the dragon that just got thrown, and then dive down at it.
Okay.
So I guess how does that portion work out? Because I know that it's double speed if you're going down, but
I think you have more than enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've got plenty.
Because you got if just one movement. What you got? 160 feet to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At any angle for us?
Yeah.
Do we have the minus movement first on that to start a descent, or we just dive?
I think you can.
If it's any, you figure we could just dive.
Any flyer can begin descending after.
Yeah, there's you can just go
Yep. Any angle.
any angle.
Where is the, how do you pull up the character sheet for these?
Double click the token.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget your hero craft stuff. Unless
Well,
you're a
So
spellcaster.
it would still
aren't you?
be able to do the attack as well, right?
Yeah. All right, so you hit with the talon. All right.
And then we can, what is the snatch?
Yeah, then it's
Grapple.
Yeah, it's a grapple.
Is that, okay, never mind. I see it here.
All right, so you win that grapple. So now you and he are grappled.
I think that should be all that I have this turn, right?
Yeah.
That's something that we could do. Pin.
All right. And that'll bring us to this one, who's now 35 feet above the ground.
Trying like mad to move.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, let's look at these. So with his,
Oh,
no, I think actually that's actually not enough space for him to ever right himself before he hits the ground.
you just got to spend at the beginning of his turn. He would have to spend his turn making a reflex save to save himself, to stabilize.
Yeah.
So he'd like, depending on what the action is for breaking a grapple, he could break the grapple if it's like a free action and then stabilize. In theory,
Yeah.
if at least that's what I'm hoping. At least that's what I'm hoping is going to happen here.
Yeah, no, like, yeah, he could like break free and do that. But I think with 35 feet and the rules that he has to go by as a poor flyer, well, anyway, we'll see.
Oh, because they have a.
Yeah, so he'll try to escape from the grapple.
Okay.
So it's an opposed grapple.
All right.
And he rolled a 20 and still doesn't beat yours. So
Yeah, that's a great move if you pull out of it, Chris. Because what is he looking at? 50d6 or something?
It's caps at 20.
20, yeah.
I think they cap it at terminal velocity.
Yeah.
So
If you fling him right before you get
I won't be able to save myself if I fling,
Oh,
because I can free action let go and he'll fall the remainder.
Well, if you standard action fling him away, don't you still have a move action left?
It says you have to spend your turn righting yourself.
Oh, gotcha. So you need a whole turn to get out of a dive.
So I might not even technically be able to free action, but
yeah. So if you drop him,
let's see.
what if he doesn't want to be dropped? Can he hold on to you? Take.
Not with snatch.
Okay.
Right. It's just you have a free action to,
Let him go.
yeah.
he's going to try it again with an opposed grapple.
All right. So what is it? If the fall doesn't bring the creature to ground, it must spend its next turn recovering from the stall. So it must succeed at the reflex 20 save. All right. So another grapple.
He rolled a 1. So, yeah,
Mhm.
that's it for him.
Blue Dragon is doomed.
Rohan, your turn.
Well, maybe not. 20
20d6.
all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that one's taken quite a bit of damage already, though.
So now that this thing is within my reach, I'm going to have Tempest tuck into a dive and charge this blue dragon as I fire arrows during our dive. So I'll do my full attack, and Tempest will do his claw attack. So we'll go my attacks first. I get 2 potential criticals there.
Nice.
With
Yeah.
2 confirmed.
One's not confirmed, but one is a critical
Oh.
hit.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the critical.
Hmm.
And then how many other hits did I get? I got 1 critical, 1 regular hit, 2 regular hits,
Yeah, they all hit.
3 regular hits. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3 regular hits.
All right.
And then, so I guess, yeah, I'll just move forward a little bit and Tempest will.
Oh, man. You had the wrong one targeted.
Oh, crap.
All right, let me fix this here.
I thought I had the one right in front of me targeted.
I'll see you guys in 10 years. It takes me to fly
Back up.
there.
Yeah.
That's what I keep meaning to do.
I should see you pretty soon because this was my plan too.
Well, wait, no. I think Brand gave the okay on the let go reflex save, so I guess we're good on that, but...
That's weird. I was targeting young adult 3, but Tempest was targeting young adult 2.
Let's see here. Dang it.
All right, so that's fixed.
Okay, and then Tempest's attack.
All right, so that's a hit.
And then, there. One Talon, and begin the grapple.
Okay.
Grapple check.
Yeah, so you win that.
Okay.
So you're grappling. Let me put the effect on you.
This dragon messed up by getting within my charge range.
All right, anything else?
No, that was enough for me for one round.
So, Graham, this dragon that Jair is grappling.
I shouldn't be grappling anybody.
Never mind.
anymore.
Riven is grappling. Let's see whose turn is it? I don't want. Where is that stupid dragon? Oh, the one that Fenaro is grappling is going to try and escape the grapple. So, opposed grapple check from Fenaro.
He's watching his buddy over there with Riven. He's like, I gotta get out of this.
No, not successful. All right, so then this one that Tempest is grappling is going to try and escape. So do an opposed grapple, Tempest.
The fun thing with this grappling is if we weren't falling, is the pin, because we could stop them from speaking, which means opening their mouth.
Oh, yeah. No breathing?
Well, no lightning breath.
Tempest,
Yes.
opposed grapple, I already said.
I didn't even know you're grappling.
I'll do an unopposed grapple. With these things, that's almost the same thing.
All right, so yeah, it's trying to break free, but it's not able to. And then Casimir, we're on to you.
All right, I'm going to attempt my hero craft to give Riven a +4 to reflex save. Was that what we... Or +2, whatever.
4.
And I fail again. Riven will let go and attempt to right herself.
Okay.
So a reflex save of 20 is required. Where is it? Saves. Reflex. Better get it. 23.
Yep, she got it.
So she stops falling at 35 feet above the above the ground.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
All right, Graham.
All right, so I'll fly over and take a piece from this one that Fenrith has grappled with. They're on the same elevation, I believe. Yeah. Maybe I don't have to get that close, just within reach.
Okay.
Could you remove the grappled effect from Jair? And I'll see if I can give it the attack bonus with my hero craft.
Got it.
I need to level that skill up.
And we'll have him talon the poor fella. I should have power attacked. Oh, well.
You gonna grab this one too?
No, John's already got it, right?
All right, so you've done a good amount of damage to that one. And anything else?
That's the end of its turn.
You do see that larger one off to the west, like it's already like flipped around and is flying off towards that battle.
Yeah, I've been waving my retreat and shame flag for a little while now.
I don't remember you saying that you were doing that, so
I think it was more of a warning, but
I don't really know if I can see.
right.
Because it was probably a pretty, I don't know what you'd say, roller coaster ride of stomach churning proportions.
All right, Fenaro,
So
your
how
turn.
far do we fall in one round?
Is this your first round?
Yeah, we
150.
grappled last round, so this will be the first falling round.
150.
Okay. So I can still do my bite attack,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, you can still do your attacks.
As full attack or just bite?
Yeah, I mean, you can do. I think you can do. Full
Yeah,
attack.
like I believe how it was worded, and I've been proven wrong on grapple a bunch today. Instead of your actions, like just become attack actions, essentially, or an action,
Yeah.
right? It's like how Casimir trips.
Mm-hmm.
So he makes an attack action, and then he can say, "Oh, it was
Yep.
also a trip."
Yeah. There you go.
So you have technically all your attacks; they're just all broken up.
Okay. As I will do the full attack and
Fall 150 feet.
fall 150 feet.
Ah, dang, everyone's getting good rolls.
Yeah, those are all hits. Stabbing talons and your beak into this dragon as you plummet to the ground.
And that would be my turn. How far do we fall next? turn?
300 and 300 each round after the first till you
Alright.
hit the ground.
Oh, that's neat. The targeting arrow gives the elevation difference. I didn't notice that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that one dragon that was charging towards me was 110 feet above me, even though it was right next to me.
All right, so this dragon that you let go is going to try and save itself.
That's right. I can't see the game.
Oh, made it.
Now, what you need to do is you need to hit them with slow, right? Then would that negate it, or would it still count as their full turn?
I don't know. They use weird language with that.
Yeah, paralyze would be a good one.
Yeah.
Rohan,
Yes.
your turn.
Dude, cover your
All right.
talon,
So
paralyzing poison.
Tempest is going to full attack. So looks like all 3 hit.
Do we have a minimum movement before we can attack? Outside of grapples, all that stuff.
No, I think
Okay.
you just have to maintain your minimum movement over the course of your turn.
That means
Forward
I-
movement.
Is it? Yeah. Is it alt to drop in height?
Yeah, my elevation didn't seem to be working.
Anyway, yeah, I'll hold on to it.
What
Yes.
elevation should you be at?
I dropped 150 feet, so 375.
Okay.
And then it's a free action to drop them, right?
If you've
Mhm.
snatched them, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I snatched as part of the charge last round.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, at the end of that attack, I'll drop him.
Okay. All right, so that one, grappling Fenaro, will try to escape it. So oppose grapple with Fenaro, but he doesn't succeed.
Oof.
All right, do it one more time. Oh, finally. All right, so it escapes from that grapple.
That provoke an attack of opportunity if it moves with it or moves 5 feet away.
Yeah, that's the rules.
Well, it should be fine with the 5 foot. Let's see. What was it? I need.
And if I hit on that, can I snatch again?
Yep.
All right, so I'll snatch him again.
Okay. All right. All right, so you would let go of this one, Tempest, so this one will start moving away. This one will just straight disengage.
Okay.
Yeah, so he wheels off towards that direction, and he actually ends up going behind some, spires that are jutting up into the sky, and so you lose sight of him.
Vindictive list update.
And then Casimir.
All right. Am I facing the dragon?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll claw or use a talon on it.
Okay.
Let me give. Let's see if we can give Riven attack or a reflex bonus here. Yeah, we'll give her attack bonus. Of course. Wait, I shouldn't be able to get a 2 with that. I rolled the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. It's still too low. All right, so gonna -4 from the attack to give it to the talon. All right, that's a hit.
Yep. All right. 18 damage there.
All right, and then attack opportunity from the dragon. Wait a sec. I guess it's using its full round to... Well, not full round, but its round to recover. I don't know if that includes attacks. Leave that up to you. So, and then I'll fly straight 80 feet and wing over. Well, actually, so it'd be 70 feet and then wing over at the end of that to face the dragon again.
Okay. All right. So that's that. And then Graham, we're back to you now.
All right, let's hero craft for the attack bonus. You can do it, Gyre. Never mind. So I'll have him charge the one that's grappling young adult 1. So he's 155 feet away from me, 150 feet down, 5 feet over.
Okay.
So I'm going 5 feet over and 150 down.
All right.
And I'll have Gyre do a power attack. Lashes out with that talon. Take another piece off of him
Okay, that's a hit.
for 34 damage.
All right.
And that, yeah, okay, cool.
Are you going to snatch it?
Did he get out of John's? I didn't quite see that had happened.
No,
So
I
I
mean, he
think
did,
that I-
but he got back in it.
No, I'm not going to snatch him.
Okay. All right, anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
All right, Finaro, your turn.
All right. So as we drop 300 this time, and then so this is where I would release, correct?
Well, you're going to drop 300 right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 300 right now.
And then you'll be
'cause-
35 feet above the ground.
Yeah, so as that happens at the beginning of the turn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll free action, try to release, and then, what is it? We got to spend a turn stabling.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you need
Is
a
there
reflex
a roll
save.
that we need to make?
Yeah, reflex save.
20.
You got it.
All right.
I was just waiting for someone to miss one of those. And
I know. Well, that's what I'm hoping that I can use my last hero point for if I did miss.
although the bird would be fine, 20d6
Although-
would be nothing.
With the death of your patron deity, I mean, who really cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, anything else for your turn?
No, that'll be it.
All right, so
Do I have to move at all? I guess.
But you're recovering.
yeah, you're
Okay.
just
So on your next turn, you have to start maintaining your minimum forward again. So 40 feet.
Okay.
why I have selected you. Yeah, so this one disengages.
Dang.
And, at 35 feet above the ground, it doesn't actually take long before he slipped behind some, rocks or down a canyon and you don't know where it is anymore. And Rohan, that brings us to you. So, Rohan, it's at this point now where you're looking over the battlefield where your companions are, and you notice that off to the west, the numbers have dramatically increased of dragons that are over there fighting. And,
And that
I
was
mean-
to the east?
way to the east, sorry. But what I meant is west.
Oh, okay.
So, way to the west. Above that giant mesa, there's, it seems like, it's impossible to count the way they're moving, but, at least more than 50 you see over there fighting. So you can see, fire streaking through the sky. You can see lightning bolts.
Okay. I'm going to spend this round gaining altitude, just kind of spiraling my way upward.
Okay.
So yeah, if we just want to move me up 50, we'll say 50 feet, kind of a casual increase. It looks like we've got our dragons pretty well obtained, but I'm just trying to get a good vantage point to survey the situation.
Right. So then let me do. Okay. All right. So as you get to that elevation, Rohan, and you're doing that spiraling, when you're looking back to the west, you got that giant wall, basically the canyon wall that separates this land from the cliffs of your own
Mm-hmm.
land. And as you look in that direction, you see smoke rising into the sky from far to the west past those cliffs.
Okay.
Pretty close to where Cradle is.
When I see that, I'll start kind of beelining for that direction.
Okay. All right. So where?
Also, I believe the last thing we remember of our world was a volcano going off
Yeah.
the Angry Mountain.
Yeah. So basically, as you look now, the Angry Mountain has not burst.
Okay.
So something has changed about that. probably related to the different versions of the world. But right now, as you look at the Angry Mountain, there's no sign that anything's amiss there. So this dragon here, 35 feet above the ground, he's going to try and save himself here. So let's see if he'll... And he is not successful. So he slams into the ground with tremendous force, which you guys can hear. You can see blood and scales splatter all over. So he's dead. 20d6, and he's only got...
I just picture it like one of the Tremors, except blue.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That scene at the end where it bursts out of the side of the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he takes 48. Yep, so he's dead.
Yeah, we managed to kill one of them. That's good.
Does that mean you remove it from your list?
No, the one that got away from me is still on my vindictive kill list.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, because you have favored enemies,
So
just make it the whole species.
now there's no more dragons. The two got away. I mean, you don't know where they are anymore. Can't see them. But Graham, you also see that smoke rising from far to the west where, Cradle is. And almost, well, not even almost, like for whatever reason, your rocks start turning that direction and start gaining altitude. So it's like you didn't give them the command, but they're headed that way. Not that you couldn't, like you could override that if you want, but on their own initiative, they're turning that direction.
Don't grapple mine.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on. Do any of you want to stop your rocks from going that direction?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I'm still letting mine do whatever it wants.
Yeah. So they wheel that direction and they start gaining altitude and heading back towards home. And below you, you can see the, red stone landscape beneath you. And back behind you, you can see that battle is still raging. It's impossible to tell who and what and why, but there are dragons fighting each other over there. And then as you guys get up to about probably 1,000 feet, let me roll. Yeah, so as you get up to about 1,000 feet, you look off to the north, and some clouds have started rolling in, like a massive bank of clouds. They look a little different, though, than clouds you've seen before. In the past, in fact, you've flown through storm clouds, so you could see the lightning inside them, and you see something like that now. But it's got a different look to it. You can't put your finger on it, but you look at it and you sense that it's not lightning you're seeing, even though it sort of behaves that way. And as your rocks continue flying to the east towards home, you can see that lightning is starting to strike the ground as it rolls in. It's not reached you. It's just the northern part that, as far north as you can see, is where this bank of clouds is. So you're not experiencing any effects, but when the lightning strikes, it's like slow, and that's odd. And it's got a different color to it instead of, the normal color that lightning would be, a bluish or a white. This has a purple tint to it, and the strikes seem slower. And some of them seem impossibly large, like not lightning that comes down and darts off in many different directions, but almost as if a flood of some liquid is being poured out in a stream. It reminds you, Casimir, of what really thick mithril veins look like deep under the earth. And that's so that started to come in from the north. And that's where we'll stop for today.
That's what we're heading into?
No, that's the north. You're heading east towards
Okay.
home. But it's a massive cloud bank that looks like it would probably cover the entire landscape. But that's where we'll stop for today, and we'll pick it up next time.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
Yeah. Good to kill some dragons.
Hear me out. Since we're heading back near town, we'll be near the rock cliff, which gives us the opportunity to go back and kill them.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.